Hey team, welcome to this next YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to give you a drill to fix the tempo of your stroke. Now, what we see too much in putting is people that have a very slow and short backstroke and then a high accelerated forward stroke. Now, this is a bit of an old myth and more of an old traditional way on how to putt. With obviously new technology, new studies, we've actually discovered that that is actually wrong and we need to putt the other way. So we need a faster backstroke and the smoother forward stroke. Now that might sound weird to some of you, but that is the best way to putt in terms of keeping the head nice and stable, having the most amount of feel when it comes to your putting, and then having the best consistent strikes and then consistent start line. So with that tempo dynamic, I have this drill that I'm going to show you so then you can change and improve the dynamic of your putting stroke, making it far more efficient and making it like the tour pros, because a lot of the tour pros now are putting in this way and not in the slow back and the accelerated through stroke. Let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, if you can make sure you are subscribed, that would be amazing. Really trying to grow the channel and your support means a lot. So just click that subscribe button and then obviously you're going to keep running these videos out regularly every week, providing value to you guys to hopefully help transform your putting. So now going into the stroke dynamic that we don't want to do in more of like the older traditional way was a slower backstroke and then a hip forward stroke. Okay, if I want a really unstable stroke, having a slow backstroke is going to cause my putter head to waver around and not keep it nice and straight and firm. And then also, if I have it slow on the way back and then I accelerate on the way through, that can then cause my right hand dominance to get too involved. So I can then over rotate the face, which can then cause obviously more of that pull miss as well. So having a really unstable stroke is going to be linked to having a very slow backstroke and then a hit forward stroke. You can see when I do that, when it's very slow and hit, it's almost like a characteristic of having the yips, because the yips is a very slow backstroke and a really high accelerated forward stroke. So the yips is just a exaggeration of this certain dynamic, which is linked into more how the guys used to putt back in the day. But we actually want to change that. We don't want to feel like we're slow and hit, okay? Because there's no feel when we're doing that either. And what I mean by that, let's say I've got a 15 to 20 foot putt plus. If I have a really slow backstroke, I'm going to have to try and really force the ball to the hole. And that really high amount of acceleration is going to make it really tricky for me to actually have any sort of feel. When I have that higher acceleration through the stroke, I actually can't feel where the head is. I've got no real awareness of where that putt head is and where the face is pointing. So it's going to make feel really, really difficult. Whereas if I have a stroke that is what we're trying to achieve, a faster backstroke and a smoother forward stroke, firstly, you can see when I bring that putt head back faster, it's easier to keep it more on line and the face isn't going to be maneuvering around too much. Also, from there, I've set the pace that I need so I can bring the putt head through nice and smooth. Bringing it through nice and smooth is going to allow me to keep that head nice and stable, not allow the right hand to get too involved. And then again, you can see how it's just going to come through nice and smooth, nice and stable with no right hand dominance. And that's going to give me the most amount of feel. So if I show you a demonstration here, you can see we're going to try and feel faster on the way back, slower on the way through. So now getting into what we need to do to actually achieve this and how we can achieve this within our stroke. Obviously, I covered that we want that faster backstroke and that slower forward stroke. So in order to practice this, all you need is a marker or a coin, okay? And you're going to place it on the top of your putter, just like so, okay? When it's then down on the floor, you can see now the idea is that I'm going to have to try and make the marker fall off of my putter, but at the right time. If I have a slower backstroke and an accelerated forward stroke, the marker is going to fall off probably in line with my foot or maybe in front of my foot, okay? But what I need to try and make sure I achieve with this marker is I make the marker fall off here. That's because I'm going to really accelerate highly to the top and then slow down through the ball. So that faster, slower is going to throw the marker off just behind my foot. And that dynamic is going to allow for that to happen. Because obviously, if I have a really slow backswing and then a high accelerated forward swing, it isn't going to come off as early. It's going to come off a little bit later due to that dynamic. And the thing I like about this drill is that you can pretty much practice it anywhere, and you don't really need any other training aids. You can just make sure that all you need is a ball, putter, and a marker. Place the marker on top and then just start rolling some putts. Try out on any length of putt. Try and ensure that your fast backswing ensures that the marker falls off just behind your foot. Then from there, when you see it come off, then you can bring it through nice and smooth. So team, there you have it. There is one of my favorite drills for improving the tempo dynamic to your stroke. All you need again is a putter and a nice ball marker. Place it on and try to achieve that drill. It's a really good drill because you can do it anywhere. You can do it anywhere on the practice green. Try it on any part. You don't need any other training aids, and that's just going to really zone in your focus to your tempo. If you can really nail your tempo, then it can ensure that you have a really good putting round. It's probably the most important part of putting. Will really ensure that you drop 3 putts and then also get it within a closer proximity to the hole, so then you're going to hole more anyway. So again, if you can like and subscribe, that would be amazing, and I'll see you next week.